let's build a Special Weapons Dalek. Okay, yeah, it didn't take long for this lot to rock up again, but I wanted to close the gap from last year. So, the Special Weapons Dalek. This tank first appeared in the episode Remembrance of the Daleks, which was the last Dalek story in the classic series. Originally envisioned as being nothing more than just a hovering cannon, due to budget reasons and I think special effects reasons, they simply took the cannon idea, slapped a Dalek skirt on it, and boom, you've got this thing. Now the build itself is a bit of an oddity. Using the design I used for the classic Daleks last year, I wanted to make a separate design that represented the designs that were seen during the 80s. However, as time went on, I felt they sort of looked a bit too bulky, and I felt it didn't work. In other words, I thought it looked a bit crap. However, I eventually saw this as an opportunity to try and make the Special Weapons Dalek. So I swapped out some of the pieces around the midsection and I settled on this design. So, now that we've briefly covered this unique Dalek, let's build it. Here's what you'll need. First, let's start with the core of the skirt. Take two 2x2 plates and stack them on top of each other. Then, you'll need to place 4 corner snot pieces like so. Now, place a 2x2 plate with a 2x2 single stud tile on top of that. And now, set this core aside for later. Now for the easier bit, the panelling. Take a 2x3 plate and place a 2x2 plate onto it. Then, place 2 1x1 slope pieces onto the bottom part. For the side panels, take 2 2x3 plates and place a 1x4 bow piece onto the end of the plates, like so. Then, add a 1x1 plate onto one side and then on the other, add not only a 1x1 plate, but also a 1x1 brick. Now take the panels and our 2x2 plate and add round tiles for the hemispheres. Once you've done that, take the core that you made earlier and stick them onto the sides. Once those have been added, place an all-sided snot piece in the centre. Okay, let's make some parts for the upper half. So, first thing, take 2 1x2 plates as well as 2 1x2 tiles of the same colour and stick them together. Now do a similar thing with the 1x1 plate and tile. Now take the stacked 1x2 parts and slot them onto the sides, with the 1x1 part being slotted into the back. For the cannon section, take a 1x1 plate with a 1x1 clip plate and stick them together. Next, clip a black bar handle for the cannon itself. Now take this part and slot it onto the front of the Dalek. To finish up, let's move on to the dome section. So, take a 2x2 plate and place a round 2x2 single stud tile piece on top. Now, place a transparent radar dish onto the round tile with another radar dish being placed on top. Now, all you need to do is just slot the dome section onto the snot brick and voila! You now have your very own Special Weapons Dalek. So, as I said in the beginning, I do prefer this way of building it compared to how I used to do it, as before I settled on this design, it was static in the middle, whereas this version it allows for the articulation. It also doesn't look out of place when you place them against the classic Daleks that I made last year, so it's a nice addition if you like army building, or if you're just a fan of the classic series in general. And that's where we'll finish up. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to check out the previous episodes, this season's playlist is on the screen now. For today's music pick we have Man-Eater from What If Season 1. If you're interested in what's coming next, then click subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Fare thee well.